All right. So you're outside of Dallas, yeah?
Yes.
Sounds warm there.
You know, it was kind of chilly today. It was like in the 50s.
Ah,
Well, yesterday was 89.
oh,
So
wow.
I don't know how hot it'll be today, but it was a little chilly in the morning.
I don't think, I'm gonna say today, you know what? I'll look right now as we're talking. I don't know what the temperature is. I haven't been outside like all day, so. Oh, it's 58 degrees.
So our low is about your high.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How do you like the course?
Um, there's a lot, I feel like there's a lot of word problems,
Yeah,
and sometimes I don't do too well with word problems.
oh, yeah.
But I feel like a lot of the material I learned in the previous course, and this course is more about like applying it. I guess, you know, in certain situations.
So that's good. So it's a more application of what we've learned.
Right, right.
Um,
I mean, yeah, some things are new, like I don't feel like it was maybe chapter 7. Some of those things I don't really remember seeing in the previous course. So there's some things that are somewhat new.
okay, good.
Um,
Wonder if I have a,
yeah, so I've been working problems like at the end of the chapter. I mean, do you think that's a good idea
yeah,
that would help me with the midterm? Or am I wasting my time?
no. That's a great way to do it.
Okay.
I just one sec, I'm looking for the book.
Okay.
I can't find my book. Oh, there it is, there it is. So, what I want to do, I want to first say to everybody that I apologize that I didn't grade the first discussion post. You know, and Naomi, you're the only one here. Am I saying your name right, Naomi?
Family, yeah.
Naomi? You're the only one here, but well, I'll post the video of this to the course. And I just want to say to everybody, I apologize for not grading that first discussion post. And, you know, my excuse, and it's just an excuse, is that as a general rule, I always give everybody a participation grade for just doing it, introducing themselves. So I never really thought about, oh, I've got to grade that, you know, because in my mind, everybody gets a 10. So I did go in and put everybody's 10 in for that. And then the other thing that I'll say to everybody, as you prep for the midterm should open up tomorrow. We have someone joining us. Let me just have a look. I got to change this. Midterm exam, edit. Let me just make sure. Day 4, timing. Yeah, so, and it closes Sunday at 23:45. Okay, let me come back to the picture of you guys. Hi, Alex.
Hello.
Hi. So the midterm opens tonight at midnight, and it will close Sunday night at 11:45 at night p.m. And let me just check that you have 105 minutes. So what's that? An hour and 45 minutes?
Really? Why was I thinking 3 hours?
I don't know. 3 hours sounds like a long time.
Where did I get 3 hours from?
Yeah, you have 105 minutes, so an hour and 3/4 to do it. And it is 50 questions. And the questions are drawn exactly from the test bank that your quiz questions are drawn from. So in other words, there's 50 questions. We've had 10 chapters of material, so there's 5 questions from each of the 10 chapters, right? Chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Each has five just randomly drawn from the test bank, which is the same. So you're likely to see similar questions or even the same questions as you have seen on the quizzes.
Okay.
Right? There's nothing different. There's no no new style of question, no new nothing. It's just a 50 multiple choice question, exactly from the same test bank as the quiz questions.
Okay. That helps.
Yeah. And you have an hour and 3/4. So that's what I have to say in terms of prep, to give you an indication of where we're going and what it's going to be like. What kind of questions do you have? Either one of you.
Mm,
So I have a question over one of the specific quizzes. Are we able to go over one of those questions?
Yeah, although very often it's easier if you were to email me the question, and then I can sort of look through it, and rather than hang everybody on the Zoom call.
Okay. Yeah, I'll email you my question. It was just around the 52 card question.
Oh, you see, it may have been a mistake. Can you share the question with us?
Yes, I'm not able to share the screen, but it's assuming that each of the 52 cards in an ordinary deck has a probability of 1 in 52 of being drawn. What is the proper probability of drawing a black card? So I put 26 out of 52, but the correct answer was 4 out of 52.
Yeah, that's wrong. See, that's one that I should delete from the test bank.
Okay. Okay, I'll send you an email about that
The
one.
probability of drawing a black card would be 1 out of 26, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you send me an email and say which chapter that was from? And then
Yeah.
I'll go in and I'll find that question and I'll take it out of the bank.
Okay, sounds good.
That happens. It doesn't happen so much anymore, but like when we first ran the course, oh my God, there were a lot of mistakes,
Yeah. No, it's all good. I was perplexed a little bit.
Yeah. It must feel good when you're perplexed like that and you find out the book is wrong, right?
Yeah, there's one I have a question on too that I missed on the quiz. I can copy it here in the chat.
What are the choices of answers?
So you have 16, 8, 4, and 32. And I chose 8. But the correct answer was 16.
4 squared.
Okay. Yeah, because just multiply. Okay.
4 times 4, right? So you have 4. Oh,
But so it's 4. So you have freshman.
freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior, but there's only 2 offices?
Yeah, there's only president and then vice president.
Yeah. That's weird. So we would have said 8, wouldn't we?
Yeah, and that's what I chose, but it said the correct answer was 16.
Okay, let me
So
look.
that was another one.
Oh, there was another one? Yeah.
Okay.
You have another one?
No, I'm saying is that incorrect then? It's not 16, it's 8.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think, but I'm gonna look into it some more and make
Okay.
sure that I'm not missing something. So I'll post that answer too.
Okay.
Yeah, is that helpful?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Let me see what else.
If you don't mind if I jump in, I did have questions over when to use normal distribution versus T distribution. And I think I'm just confused about how many, um, how large a sample size you need. Um, is it, do you have an advice or rules of thumb just to remember when to use normal distribution or a T distribution with a certain amount of degree of freedom?
My memory says 30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, is that what you know, Naomi?
Yep, 30.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That was simple enough.
Yeah, and then chi-square has no, you can use any sample size, right?
Works for me. What other, what else you got?
Um, I don't know, I think that was it for me.
So I was also confused on some of the word problems in quiz 3, specifically around when it says R squared or population variance. Those are the same, right? They're interchangeable.
R squared isn't population variance.
It's not okay. So that's part of my issue, I guess, is
So the R squared is just an indication of how well your dependent variable is explained by your independent variables. The population variance would be the variance associated with the entire population, which we wouldn't know. We would use a sample variance typically.
okay.
What chapter is that?
I don't remember exactly what chapter it was, but it's 8, 9, and 10 was the quiz it was reviewing over. I believe it's chapter 10.
Okay.
I just have trouble I understand like when the formulas and like when I have the numbers to plug it in, it's just when I read like the word problems, the charts, and then understand what is being asked. That's where I get confused a little bit. So
Right.
like I messed up a question about point estimate for the difference between the two populations, where that it looks like I just needed to compare the means, versus I was looking for the difference in the sample size for some reason.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it.
So I got two things to look up, right? The question about the college, the freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one?
I'm gonna email you about the card, the odds of the cards.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because I just want to take that out.
Yeah.
I think I have that in let me just look. I can delete. I think I have that one right in front of me. A black card. Let me do that. I'm doing it right now. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Since I'm in the test bank. Delete that question. Okay, so that's you won't see that one again.
I have another question about hypothesis testing. Looking at the p-value is something that's new to me. We were doing the critical value. We were using the critical value
Yeah.
in the previous course. What is the purpose of using the p-value? Is that just like a double checking to make sure there's no sort of type 1 or type 2 error? Like,
No.
okay.
The p-value tells you the point at which, let me think of how to express this. It is the probability of finding a worse value when you run your test. In other words, you know, if the probability of finding another of doing it again and getting a worse number than the one you got is like 0.01, then you would say you would reject your null hypothesis because this one is really bad. Yeah. But
Okay.
if the probability or the p-value was like 0.07, then you will say, well, there's a pretty good probability that there are worse results when we run the test again. Therefore, this one could be true. So what it's doing is telling you the exact value at which you're going to reject your null hypothesis. So it's very useful if, for example, you know, you were using a 95%, right? A 95% one-sided test, right? So 5% is in the tail, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you came up with if you had a p-value of 0.048, for example, well, you're going to reject that, but it's very, very close. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It just gives you an indication of like, well, you know, some people maybe they'll say they want to prove their pet theory, so they'll say, oh, we rejected our null hypothesis, so there you go. But in fact, they're rejecting it by a very, very, very small margin. You know what I mean?
Is there ever a case where you look at the critical value and you reject the null, but then you look at the p-value and you actually accept the null hypothesis?
No.
Okay. Okay,
No, but you'll see that the p-value may be very, very close to that critical value.
okay, yeah, because the problems that I've been seeing both align. They both either reject or accept.
Yeah, that's
no,
that
so,
they have to, yeah.
okay. That's what I was thinking. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. There was something else I was going to ask you about. What was it? Mm,
Oh, I did have a question too about Python and
yes.
understand.
That's what
It was so I watched a video on how to download it, but I didn't find anything that was utilizing it. Was that just kind of more of a to make sure that we're aware of Python and how we could utilize it to help us with stats?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
don't think there was any substantial like programming to do with it.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool. I was just double checking, but it's very interesting.
Would you want more of that?
I took an intro to Python class in undergrad, so I am interested in learning how you can utilize it and using large databases. But right now, no, just because I'm preparing for the midterm.
Right? This is a lot of material.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is a lot of material.
but it is something I'd be interested in learning a little bit more about in the future for sure.
Okay. That's good to hear. It motivates me to try to create material in that direction.
Thank you.
What was the, you know, that question about the freshmen and the sophomores and the two,
Uh-huh.
what, do you know what chapter that was from?
This was quiz. Chapters 8, 9, and 10. Quiz 3. Oh wait, you know what? Hold on, I'm in the wrong one. I'm sorry. Hold on. Scratch that. Okay. It was for chapters 4, 5, and 6, quiz 2.
I can't find that question.
Yeah, this quiz 2.1, 4, 5, 6. I sent it in the chat. It begins with an experiment consists of selecting a student body president.
I know,
You can't find it in there. That's weird.
I know,
How did I get the question?
I don't know. Weird. Weird. I can't find it. I don't know why I can't find it.
Hmm.
All right, I'll keep looking for it though. All right.
That's weird. Mm,
If we have more questions as we're continuing to study and prep for this up until the weekend, is there like a cutoff where you like won't answer any questions? Let's say like I have a question
No,
tomorrow night or something. Okay, I'll just send you an email if I have any specific questions or if I'm getting stuck on anything. But
yeah,
I
of
think I'm
course.
going to hang up and currently working, so I gotta go back to work. But yeah.
Okay.
So thank you. I'll let you know if I have any questions. Okay,
Yeah, don't hesitate to shoot me an email.
sounds good.
All right, Alex.
Okay, I have one more question about 'cause I think I'm getting confused. Let's see. After 7. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm getting confused of when to use mu or x bar. I feel like some yeah, I feel like some of the equations are like sometimes I'll try to write them out and then it's like, oh, wait, I'm supposed to be using mu for this.
So mu is the population. X bar is your sample. So if you had the population, the mu is the mean, right, of your population. So if you wanted to know the average, the mean height of all the 20-year-olds in the country, you wouldn't be able to get that information, would you? But if you had, 520-year-olds at a college, and you figured out their average height, that would be X bar.
Okay, the sample. Okay.
X bar is for the sample and mu is for the population. Now you may be told the population mean is something, but generally we use a sample to determine what the likelihood of the population would be.
Okay. Yeah, because there was a problem that I was working out, and it does give you the population, and it says it has a mean of 200, and then it tells you there's a sample size of 100.
Right.
That's where, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Right. Okay.
Let me just do something else.
You're still trying to find that problem?
I found it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to make sure that why I don't understand the answer, I've got to sign into my.
Yeah. Yeah, because for freshmen, there's only a president and a vice president. Sophomore, the same. Unless there's gonna be 2 presidents and 2 vice presidents for each class.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? There was a question. Oh, where's my script?
So the answer is 16, right?
Yeah, that's what it said. And the correct answer was 16.
So there are 4 possible classifications for the president, and there are 4 possible classifications for the vice president. There could be a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, or a senior. So it's 4 times 4 or 16.
Okay.
Yeah, we were looking at it the wrong way around, that there were only two classifications, but there's 4 classifications to be the president and 4 classifications to be the vice president, because all students are eligible for either office. Do you see why?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's 16.
Okay. Okay. There's one more question I had. See if I can find. Hmm. Hmm.
You can send me, you can email it to me.
Yeah, because this is more towards the end of the chapters, and I'd have to review that again. Yeah, I'll have to email you. I can't find it right now.
Okay. And that goes for everybody. That if you guys have questions, just shoot me an email. I'm usually fairly responsive. You
Okay,
know,
that works. And then when did you say your office hours were again? Wednesdays?
yeah, usually on a Wednesday. But
Okay.
I'm mostly available all the time, you know?
Okay, I'll have to email you after the midterm. This is more for the project that we have coming up.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, so I'll email about about that
Focus on the
after
midterm first.
after the midterm. Okay, all right. Well, thank you for getting
Okay.
on and answering our questions.
Okay. Thank you, Naomi. Good luck.
Thank you.
Let me know if you need help.
Okay, will do.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.